Good afternoon. Today is 31st May 2020, the Pentecost Day. Our text is taken from the book of Acts, chapter 2, verse 4, where it says, "They were all filled with the Holy Spirit and began to speak with other tongues as the Spirit was giving them utterances." What is this Holy Spirit? And what is the verse telling us? What is this Bible chapter is telling us about the Pentecost Day? It says, when the day of Pentecost had come, they were all together in one place. And suddenly there come from heaven a noise like a violin rushing down like a wind. And it filled the whole house where they were sitting, where the disciples were sitting. And there appeared to them tongues as of fire, distributing themselves, and they were rested on each of them. And they were filled with all the Holy Spirit. From there, by the leading of the Holy Spirit that descended on them, they began to speak with other tongues. These days, we have speaking in tongues. Some people learn speaking in tongues. Some people imitate speaking in tongues. Some people imagine speaking in tongues. But I want you to know that speaking in tongues is by the leading of the Holy Spirit. Because we have a lot of people today that claim to be speaking in tongues, but they are not led by the Holy Spirit. The disciples were together, they were gathered in one place before the Holy Spirit came upon them. And by the leading of the Holy Spirit, they started speaking in tongues. And what is the importance of this Holy Spirit? The Holy Spirit gives believers purification and support their spiritual maturation. It supports your spiritual growth. If you are growing in the Holy Spirit, it supports you. It helps a person to become more closer to God. If you are spiritually buoyant, you will be close to God by the leading of the Holy Spirit. Remember that in every process of life and in this process of purification, the Holy Spirit is just a helper. It's just a helper and a conductor of divine power. But in you are the person to initiate and support this process. If you are led by the Holy Spirit, then the process of this purification is in you. What is the benefit of the Holy Spirit to we mankind, to we, the youth of nowadays? One, the Holy Spirit protects you if you are under the Holy Spirit. If you are being led by the Holy Spirit, you are protected in whatever you do. Two, the Holy Spirit teaches you all things. You will be doing things, people will be surprised. How do you come about this? Not knowing that you are led by the Holy Spirit. Also, number three, the Holy Spirit comforts you in times of trouble, in terms of difficulties. If you open to the book of John chapter 14, verse 16 to 17, it tells you how the Spirit comforts you. Besides these days, we are into a very difficult time. There's this global outbreak that people have, life has turned around. Things are not normal. People don't go to church. People don't gather in one place. The social life has been tampered with. The fellowship of brethren has been tampered with, which happens to be the source of spiritual growth for some people. But you see, if you are depending on the Holy Spirit, it comforts you. It gives you that hope that there's light at the end of every tunnel. Then number four, the Spirit helps you to testify the truth. You see, if you are under the influence of the Holy Spirit, there will be truth. You will be truthful in any aspect of your life. Things you come out, when you're talking, people know that you are saying the truth. But nowadays, lies are everywhere. People are everywhere deceiving people, There are fake prophecies. People are coming up deceiving people. Do you know that? Do you know that in some aspects the Holy Spirit is being bought with money? They will tell you